Guys, what's up? It's your girl Diamond Jameson back with another story time. Yes, so today's story, you know, it's about another guy, of course. But anyways, uh, first off, I'm gonna start with the story I'm about to tell. You know, it's years to come. So it's like we started in one year and then some shit happens and then we kind of go our separate ways and then we kind of reconnect and then we kind of yeah. So anyways, let's get fucking started. Okay, this is a story of one of my dudes. I don't know if I would consider him a boyfriend or not, but whatever. So anyways, we're gonna call him Gerald. All right, so I met Gerald when I was about 13 or 14, I want to say. Maybe even younger than that. I grew up in Arlington, Texas, Agtown, where the fucking Cowboys play now. But anyways, so I grew up in Arlington, Texas, where the Cowboys play. And I lived like in like these apartments, and he lived in these houses next to the local high school and like the local like junior high. So we grew up together, but the way he lived on one side, I lived on one side. So I went to one junior high, one elementary school, and he went to the other junior high and the other high school. If that makes any sense. All right, so we met. I want to say it was like the summer. I don't think we were in school yet. We met for the summer. I started hanging out on that side of town. It was not too far of a walk. It was like maybe a 5-10 minute walk from my complex where I lived to go to the houses. And a lot of the kids in there, but we'd always go over there. We'd just hang out and have a good time. And in particular, I met someone while I was over on that side of town. So anyways, met this guy named Gerald, and we hung out and everything. We started talking. Like I said, I want to say I'm in like elementary going into junior high, and he might be already in junior high going to high school. I can't quite remember. But anyways, so we hang out, we're just chilling, we get to know each other, and there's chemistry obviously at that young age. I'm thinking, oh, I like this boy, he's cute, da, 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 da. I think I give him my phone number, and then we start talking on the phone. And I remember I would get in trouble all the time for talking to him. My mom and dad would be like, why are you talking to this little boy? And da 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 da. So anyways, I continued to go hang out with him for like the summer, and eventually we dated, da 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 da. And then I went into junior high, and I think he went into high school, I want to say. Or like I was in 7th grade and he was in 8th grade, but we went to 2 different junior highs, if I'm not mistaken. So anyways, we date for a while or whatever. We end up we go to the same high school, and I think we had broken up. I can't quite remember exactly. But anyways, I think we break up for like my 8th grade, him going into 9th grade, we break up, and we get back together when I'm a freshman and he's a sophomore. I believe that's how it went down. So we go to high school together and everything's good, and then he doesn't come to school one day. And I'm like, where is he? We like met at a certain spot, we'd hang out or whatever, and he wasn't freaking there. And I'm just like, okay, where the hell is Gerald? Like, what's going on? And so I'm going to ROTC. I was in ROTC all 4 years of my high school career. And I'm waiting for the bus. The bus took us to Arlington High School, where where the ROTC program was. And so I'm waiting for my bus, and I see him and I see his dad. And I see him with papers in his hand. And he yells and says, I'm going to a new high school. Bye. And I'm like, are you freaking serious? Not a goodbye, babe. Love you. I'm going to a new high school. No, just ups and goes to a new fucking high school. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Well, with luck would have it, my mom got like some letter, and basically the letter said, your school that your child's in is at the lowest of the low. You have the option to switch schools, so she can go to a new high school. The parents said yes. Now, this is where it gets fucking crazy. Okay, so I go to Arlington High School, which is a really, really good high school in Arlington, Texas. And I'm there for like the rest of my freshman year. And my mom comes at me towards the end of the school year, and she goes, hey, I got a house. I'm like, Mom, we got a house? Oh my God, never lived in a house before. I'm like flipping out. She goes, but you have to move schools for us to get this house. And at first my parents were like, you know what, we're going to keep her at Arlington. She's doing really well here. And then Mom was like, I ain't going to bring her to school every day. All this stuff happened. So I end up going to Martin High School. Crazy. We move in like during the summer. So like, I don't know anyone in my neighborhood. Like, I'm just like chilling. I don't meet anyone in the neighborhood at all. Like, I think we meet our neighbors and that's it. But I don't meet anybody until like the very first day of school. First day of school comes rolling around. Oh wait, hold on. Let me back up a little bit. Back up. Okay. Before I go to the high school, we're still in summer vacation. I go to the store. Guess who I run into at the store, y'all? Gerald. Yes, he was in the freaking store. And I'm like, oh, hi. Da, 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 da. So he has his like little brother, little cousin, whatever you want to call him. And he's like, oh, this is the girl. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, you could have told me you left, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, whatever. And I'm like, so what school do you go to? Because in my head, I'm thinking, he goes to my high school because this is the only high school in the area. So he goes, I'm not telling you what high school I go to. I'm like, oh, okay. So the brother goes, he goes to Martin. And I'm like, I'll be at his fucking school, you know? So anyways, go back. So first day of school, I get there, walking in, and who's the first person I see walking in? I see my little ex-boyfriend, current boyfriend, whatever you want to call him. I see Gerald at the front. And I'm like, we look at each other, and I say, oh, crap. I'm like, it's about to go down. So he has a new little girlfriend, and mind you, I'm a sophomore. This girl's a freshman. He's a senior. Yeah, he's a senior. I'm a sophomore. She's a freshman. Yeah, robbing the cradle, why don't we? So anyways, I see them, and I'm like, oh, okay. Karma is crazy. Anyways, so they don't work out, blah, 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 due to some other infidelity issues on his end. He ends up doing some really crazy stuff to her. I'm not getting into that story because that's like another story time. Anyways, they end up breaking up. Okay. Things progress. I graduate high school. I go to a totally different high school. I graduate. Now I am 20. And I am starting my first year of college. The first college I went to was community college. I went to Tarrant County College. And I get my schedule, go to my classes. Who do I see in my fucking art class? Gerald. He pops up again. He's in my art class. Now, initially, I act like I don't know who the fuck he is. I'm like, I don't freaking know you. So I ignore him. And then after class, he's like, hey, what's up? So we end up having a conversation. We end up going on a date, I believe. We get back together, blah, 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 this little crap. And we're an item. Yeah. Anyways, I believe he ended up leaving the school or we break up. I can't quite remember how it goes down. But anyways, we get back together again later on. And let's fast forward to Valentine's Day. Okay. No, let's back up a little bit. Yeah, Valentine's Day. Yeah, let's go to Valentine's Day. Because we can start with Valentine's Day. So we go off Valentine's Day, and he goes, hey, where do you want to go? And I'm like, I don't really care, And he's like, okay, you can go to Bojangles or Red Robin. And I was like, I'm not fucking going to Bojangles, so let's go to Red Robin. So we go to Red Robin, and we're good. He gives me little flowers, little candy, little present. Everything's going good. Perfect. All right. I want to say it was like 2 weeks, 3 weeks after Valentine's Day. I'm in his car with him, and he's like, hey, I'm hungry. I'm going to go to McDonald's. And I guess he worked at this particular McDonald's we were going to. As we pull into the driveway, one of the girls says, where is your baby? And how is the mother doing? Oh my God, you look amazing to just have a kid. In my head, I'm thinking, what are you talking about? Like, what kid? And the girl goes, you're not the mother of his child? The mother? No, I did not have a baby. Like, what's going on? And he ignores it. He ignores it, y'all. He says nothing. And I'm like, so you had a baby? Like, what's going on? And he's like not listening. He's just like continuing going on and on and on. And I'm like, are you kidding me? A baby? Who did you have a baby with? Right? Anyways, some time passed. I ignore him for I don't know how long. I can't tell you how long it was. It was a really long time. I can tell you that. It might have been quite a few months. And then I get a phone call and he's like, hey, I went to the doctor. I have some type of STD. And in my head, I'm thinking, the fuck are you telling me for? Like, I don't care if you have an STD. He goes, no, actually, I'm lying. He didn't come out and say he had an STD. He just said I went to the doctor and I have results that I really need to tell you. And I'm like, okay, fine. I finally give in after ignoring him for like 4 or 5 months. I walk outside and was like, what? Show me what's wrong with you. He goes, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm like, what? You lied? He goes, I lied to talk to you because I really need to talk to you. Okay, what? He proceeds to tell me that he has a baby by a girl who doesn't really care for me at this time. She hates me for whatever reason. We got into it in high school. And he goes, we had a baby together and da-da-da-da-da. In my head, I'm thinking, why are you not with the girl, like the mother of your child? And he's just like, I don't want to be with her, blah 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 blah. So anyways, we date, because they're broken up. Later on, she goes through his phone, she finds text messages between me and him, and she confronts me. Why do you confront the girl? I will never know. You need to confront your dude. Anyway, so she confronts me and she goes, what's going on? And I'm like, we spent Valentine's Day together. We did this together. And she's in her head. She's like, what are you talking about? Like, he told me this and he told me that. So I'm like, I'm going to tell you, girl. So anyways, I guess they end up breaking up at a short period of time. I don't freaking know. And yeah, they are happily together now, I guess. They have 2 children together now. I think they're married, but I'm not quite sure. But that is a story of me being with a dude and finding out that he had a baby on me. So yeah, it's crazy. It was freaking bananas what the whole situation was. But thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in to Storytime. You guys have a great and amazing night.